guys, what's up? I'm RVM World. Now today we will be doing a video on how to create a team in early game arena. So let's get started. Now you may have noticed the Karaso Fox Hunter Fusion has started. Now I have been working on this a bit. I've gotten Spy Master all ready to go, and what's this one called again? Medicus. Just need to ascend her when Spirit Keep opens. But she is rank 4, and once I send her, she'll be ready to go. Now, you may be wondering, what account is this? So as you can see, top left, level 37, RVM Reborn. This is my alt account. I don't really do videos on this, just play on it for a bit of fun. I will do other videos on this account. I'm mainly doing this account because of the early game perspective, and the champions that I have access to. So let's get started. Now I chose Kale for this, but you can use any nuker. So for a base, just any arena team, unless it's a bit of a different late game team. For now, in the early game, the best teams that you'll want are a nuker. So most of the time that will be your starter. In this case, Kale. You will have a attack booster. So in this case, Spirit Host, because of the increased attack, 50% increased attack on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. Unfortunately, I've only been able to book this and this, so next book will go into her, automatically go into this. And of course, it does help if this champion has a speed aura. So I'm using her for my attack booster. So Kale's nuker, Spirit Host. Oh, and Spirit Host you can get pretty easily just from farming Joran Forest. I actually got Spirit Host on my very first time when I was actually clearing this for the first time on normal mode, which was quite lucky. And Spirit Host helped me through all of the campaign. Big help. Now, so nuker, attack booster. Now, you'll want to have a speed booster. So in this case, I'm using Diabolist. I've just got her in a Swift Parry set, just not for the unkillable proc, but just for the extra speed. Now, so I've got her in normal speed gear and then Swift Parry, just for the extra speed. Now, are these speed boots? Yeah, so those are speed boots. Now, keep in mind, unless you're doing a go second team, but you won't be worrying about that in early game arena. Keep in mind, you want all your champions to have speed boots. So look at my Kale, Lifesteal's 4-star, level 16 speed boots. Spirit Host, I've got her in Lifesteal boots mainly because I'm still looking for some 5-star normal speed boots, or even just any speed boots from a speed set. But anyways, so that's enough for her to do her thing. Then we've got Diabolus in, of course, speed boots. Now, unfortunately, I had quite limited resources. As you know, you can get Swift Parry and also Deflection, but I use Swift Parry. From the Forge, from the Forge, and to get the Forge, you automatically start off with some resources, but those are limited. So if you're not lucky and you're not wise with your charms and what you want to get, you don't really have many options early game. So luckily I got a speed roll on this. Unfortunately, on everything else, no speed roll. So we've got nuker, a attack booster. We've got a speed booster. Now, the last slot would usually be a defense down. For example, War Maiden or where is he? Alexander, the sharpshooter, which you got as a free legendary if you logged in 7 days. For 7 days, I think it was like between December and January 26th, something like that. You can't get him anymore, but if you did, if you're lucky enough to get him when you're still early game, then he is also a very, very big help. He'll help me clear stage 12 on the campaign. So his AoE decreased defense. But if you want the 100% chance, now let me double check, but does he have 100% chance? So 75. No, so he does have, but legendary books, as you know, a lot harder to get than rare books. So a lot of cases, War Maiden is going to be your early game decreased defense champion. And of course, she and Diabolist, I forgot to mention, are both farmable. And yeah. So, now I'm going to showcase the team that I use. Now there are certain teams that I use. So I'm right now in Silver 3. Let's see if we can get a good refresh. Okay, let's try out this team. So there are some teams, 2 different teams I'm using. I'm still working on War Maiden, but right now I'm using Alexander. 2 different teams I use. So we have Spirit Host as the leader for 10% extra speed. Diabolus for the speed boost. We have Kale for the nuker. And then Alexander for the decreased defense. Now, I'll show this team, and then I'll show the alternative team that I use. So we do the attack up, then the speed, and then we have the AoE defense down on Alexander's A2. Hopefully that lands. That landed on nearly everyone. And then we just nuke everyone. Everyone's dead. Now, that is one example. Let's see if I can find another team. Another one to showcase the other team that I use. Let's see. Let's try this. Okay, so they do not have a speed lead, so I should be able to outspeed most teams, a lot of early game teams like this. So that was my first team. Now the other team that I use is I was lucky enough to pull a Sandlash Survivor from one of my first Ancient Shards. It was on the 2 times, well not first I guess, but it was on one of my Ancient Shards from the 2 times Kaimar event. Like 10 times Kaimar, 2 times Ancients. Was it like nearly a week ago now, I think? Something like that. Anyway, got a Sandlashed. I'm quite happy about that. So anyway, let's try this out. So exact same team, but instead of a decreased defense champion, I just have a Sandlashed. Now, you may not know, but the reason I do use Sandlashed Survivor, okay, so this is a bit of a tanky Gaelic. If I can get the Kale, I might be good. Okay, that was it. Now, you may think, oh, so why did they put up ally protection and why is there a block damage? So that's her passive ability, Born Survivor. And also her A2, attacks all enemies, decreases the duration of enemy buffs by 1 turn, increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. So I'm going to do this. Now it would be handy if it also Okay, so we're dead. But now let's try doing the other team, and let's see if that will work. Bit of a different oh, no. Okay. Actually, we might as well. Okay. So let's see the difference that the decreased defense makes, if it lands, of course. And it should hopefully also land a weaken on Galley because he is an orc. Okay. So decreased defense. There we go. Decreased defense on everyone important. And that takes out a lot of people that we need it to take. So now we've probably won. Yeah, we've won. Okay. And he's dead. So you can see the difference that the decreased defense makes, even when his attack wasn't critical. Now, let's try out this team, and then I'll talk about some other things. So, Bella and Alice. So what's she doing? A1. Okay. AoE decreased defense. Hopefully that's not booked. And then, okay. It's a bit of a, and then, okay, so that won't matter. Now let's hope this Elhain isn't tanky, because if she is tanky, okay, no one's tanky. We should be able to hopefully one-shot this team. That is not good. Not good at all. Okay. That is very good. Now, do we want to take out... Okay, let's take out Elhain. Oh, Swift Parry. Now that is bad. Okay, let's try this again. But this time, let's hope he either doesn't land block active skills or the Swift Parry doesn't block. Because that can be quite ruining the block active skills. So he's still outspeeding. No, don't counter attack. No, counter. Okay, so that is quite alright. Now, if we do this, we might still have a chance. Now we could go for him, we'd go for Elhain. Let's go for Elhain and hope. Okay, so she's dead. But, okay, good. Oh, so this team's quite tough. We definitely won't be able to defeat that. But you get the point. I have no more tokens. So yeah. You need a nuke, a speed booster, and a decreased defense in either War Maiden or Alexander, depending on who's available to you. So now I'm going to show what the stats of these guys. So obviously, well, a lot of people don't know this, but you always want your nuker to go last. So the reason is, the order of my team went Spirit Host, Diabolus, and Alexander and Kale. So increased speed. If you don't have an increased speed, a lot of the time the other team will outspeed you. So you're going to want to have that at all times. Especially if you can get the cooldown on this. Now there are alternatives. For example, one of the daily login reward champions. Obviously Diabolus isn't the best one. You can get champions like Haikatoon, the first daily login reward champion. Actually, I'm going to get that tomorrow, which is quite nice. So these skills are okay, early game is her increased speed in all battles, and see here, fills the turn meters of all allies by 15% and places a 15% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Now you're going to want to send her to 3 stars, so that can be a 30% increased speed. And most of the time, if you have her going first, you will always, nearly always, outspeed the other team. And then she has some basic turn meter control and of course a pretty good aura. So yeah. Now some other alternatives. Let's look at a more late game. Now where is this guy? So obviously this isn't really early game player, but say you happen to get some freak pool, like I did with the Rotos on my account, my other account, and you happen to get a ghost pool. So this is fine. His aura, good. Well, okay, but not bad. Now, the main skill that is the main reason people want him so much, Ancestral Spirit, 2% decreased defense for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted, so this guy needs absolutely no accuracy for turning this, and places an increased attack. So basically what that means is you can get rid of Spirit Host, and you can get rid of Alexander or War Maiden, and you can just pop in Ghost Ball. And then he also outputs a bit of damage. A bit. Okay damage, but you're not going to use it mainly for damage. So he gets an attack boost and a decreased defense. So you can have your Nuka, you can have a Ghost Spawn, for example, you can have your Speed Booster, and then that also leaves room for another champion like Sandlash or really anyone you want. You can even put a double Nuka, for example, a Ghost Spawn, or a Ghost Spawn. Yeah. A Ghost Spawn, any of the starters, of course. Gallic not being the best, but still works as a especially with that increased speed on the A2, not bad. Any of them, plus a Ghost Spawn, and then plus any increased speed champion. Now, one off the top of my head, like Pikachu we just mentioned, a bit better than Diabolos. And then that leaves room for a double Nuka. For example, I'm not going to mention anyone like Solus or Digimon, because anyone watching this video who needs this isn't going to have any of those champions, most likely. But say you happen to pull some early game Nuka. That's not a star. But even the Shadow Bones, just for some turn meter control. Like, not even a nuke. But yeah. Or you could have someone like an Ogre Jailer. He hits pretty hard. But yeah. So, I'm going to talk a bit about the sets and the stats you're going to want to focus on for your Nuka and HP. You're going to want to have a lot of attack. Now for an early game Nuka, I've got a pretty good amount of attack on this guy. Not bad defense, could be higher, but not bad. We've got 162 speed, which is also not bad for this guy. At the stage of the game where I'm at, 94% crit rate. Now, like, you're gonna want to get that to 100%. Now, do I have any crit rate boost? No, I don't. I'm gonna put that on. And sure. Oh, well, I'll have to do something. But you're gonna want 100% crit rate, decent HP, say you're going for, say you have level 60 Kale and you're in Silver 4, as long as you have decreased defense, maybe you want to aim for 3000 attack. That's ideal for a nuker like this. You want some speed, but you make sure that they're always slower than the decreased defense and attack down, and attack up and increase speed. And accuracy for this stage of game isn't too big. Resist, not really focused, but main stats: HP, attack, speed, crit rate, and crit damage. I've just got him in a lifesteal set, which is also quite handy, and then so ignores 15% attack, ignores 5% of enemy defense. I've just got, I would put her in a triple speed set, but as I said before, just haven't been lucky enough for the right gear. But I think that's all we're going to cover. Obviously, double speed in here, and then I've just put some glyphs, and I've had to put him in divine speed, so I couldn't manage to get him in lifesteal, but you know, I probably have some better boots right now. Do I have any better boots? No. Well, not with the right subsets, because I wanna keep this accuracy. But these boots are the best I've got for now. Anyway, he's got enough speed, and that's all that matters. So as long as he's fast enough. Anyway, I think showing all the builds for these champions, I think that'll probably do it for today. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. From now on, I will be doing daily uploads. Daily or every second day uploads. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed. And with that, I'm off.